everyone. My name is Nathan, and this is my speaking component for our essay for the documented essay. The profession that I wrote about would be nursing. I am going into the nursing program starting in January, looking to become an RN. I graduate in May of 2027. I wrote this paper from the future to myself. And the first thing that I spoke about, the first topic that I hit on, would be developing the right mindset while in nursing school and how important that is going forward in the future, even 20 years from now. And that, speaking about developing discipline, remaining curious, having emotional resilience, and developing, the essential skills that I'll need now in order to go through school, but also that will remain with me for the rest of my life. It's very important, especially in any field, but when we're talking about people's lives, life and death, to remain disciplined, to do things the right way, to not get lazy, to not get complacent, to remain curious. So we're always learning, right? We're always making sure that we're asking the why. We're always asking questions. We're always trying to get better. I go on to talk about the importance of developing good communication skills and how those start right now in this English class. It's not just about having the science and knowing, just the little details, but it's how can I communicate those effectively, both with my team of nurses, with my physicians, and the patient, and even the families, and to do that tactfully, to do that with empathy. And so, even though it might be easy to feel like, this class isn't as important or other classes aren't as important, but it's very important. And communication skills developed right now will stick with me for the rest of my life. And even 20 years from now will be important in the career field. I also talk about the demands of the nursing field and even the education, the long clinical hours, the overwhelming workload, the stress of, dealing with patients that are sick and dying, where most patients that you're dealing with in the nursing field are going to be chronically ill. It's not Grey's Anatomy, it's not a TV show where someone just gets better magically. The reality is you're dealing with sick patients who aren't going to get better. And we're just trying to provide comfort and to help them as much as we can for as long as we can. I go on in the paper to talk about will we be replaced by AI? Will nurses be replaced by AI? And through my research, I say that no, we will not. Absolutely, AI will be able to do things. It will be able to speed up administrative processes. It will be able to streamline a lot of things. It can even, hand off instruments in the operating room. But what it can't do is provide empathy. What it can't have is ethics, right? What it can't do is pick up on those very small cues that, that we as humans will be able to see. Maybe even it's just like gestures in the face, or it's just intuition. It won't ever be able to do that. It won't be able to hold a patient's hand for one last time while they're dying. It won't be able to comfort them. And so, with that in mind, AI will not replace nurses, but it definitely will augment. I also go on to talk about what does the future look like and the requirement of me as a nurse to remain adaptable. Because in order to be a successful nurse in the field, you're going to have to be able to integrate those technologies into your everyday life, be able to learn them, be able to know how to use them and use them effectively. Because technology is ever evolving, and AI and any other technology for that matter will continue to evolve and integrate as it should. There's a lot of benefits that can come from that. And so being able, as I speak to at the beginning of my paper, to remain curious, right, to remain disciplined, and that discipline in the learning is important for me as a nurse going forward to integrate those tools into my daily life to help my patients. And then what did I learn from the essay? I don't know if I would say I learned it, but something that really, I guess, hit home for me, or something that was more emphasized than I had realized before the paper, was how important it is not just to know the science, but how important nurses are on the human level, right? You may be the one person who is able to wipe the goop out of someone's eye so they can see, to give them a little dignity in their dying days. And so it's that human element, more than anything, that I think I don't want to say learned, but something that really resonated with me, and something that really I think hit home for me. And then with that, what is my attitude towards the profession? After the paper, I'm very excited. I'm 35. I've had a career for a long time, but not a career that matters. And so just knowing that I'm going to have the chance to touch people's lives, to really make an impact, whether that's for 1 second, 1 minute, or 1 hour, just the fact that I'm doing something real, that I'm going to be able to help people, is incredibly, important to me and something that I am very excited for. And so now I open the floor for questions. Anyone? Anyone? You in the back? No? All right.